When you started to stutter, my mom used to get mad and stutter, and it was my favorite thing ever. She once told me she was gonna knock a smack of me out of this house. I was like, "Ooh, knock a smack!" Listen, third grade is when she started kicking me out the car. I literally would get too fresh, and she would be like, "Get out and walk home."
Were you close, or she just it was the threat?
Oh no, she put me out the car. She put me out of the car on many occasions. I walked home from my 11th birthday party. She was like, "Listen, I can't take your mouth."
Yo, that's one thing. I'm like, mouths are incredibly difficult to deal with. I didn't realize it until my oldest. She's about, like I said, she's about to turn 4, and she's like me and my wife. Both put together. Like it's like she uses my wife's, tools against me, with her mouth, and she uses mine against my wife, and it just drives us crazy. But it makes me think like, damn, was I like this bad when I was a kid? Did people think about me like this when I was a child? Like just pissing them off. I had no idea what they were going through in life. I just wanted to say the shit that was on my mind. And then I was upset when I got punished for it. Like disrespected, Oh
yeah. My son told me recently, I was like, "Lucas, what do you want? Do you want me to take your phone, or do you want your butt popped?" And he was like, "I just want to live and be free." What?
Got him.
Yeah. What you gonna do but laugh? All right, we'll go home then.
Yeah, go be free then.
Here,
be free.
Take your phone. Take your iPhone 12 Pro Max and go.
I try to create colorful threats as a parent. That's like my creative. That's my medium. I just want to. I don't do it anymore because everybody's too old now. But I think the worst thing I ever said was, "I'll have the cops all up in this place. Y'all don't know me." I'm talking to my oh, cops all up. Ding dong, ain't got nothing. The cops, y'all don't know me, and they stood there like, "Who are you?"
CIS have to be here right now.
Right now.
CSI, that's what it is. Shout out to Neil and George in the chat. Yeah. George said we need to bring Heather Jones in for questioning. Shout out to Shauna.
Mm-hmm.
Lisa asked, "How old is Lucas?"
He's a whopping 7. Yeah.
Let that boy be free.
Mm-hmm. I just want to listen.
I remember the threat I made to my mom once, where I was threatening to have the social services come get me, right? And I remember how like crushed I was when she was just like, "Okay, go ahead. Let's see how that works." And I was just like, wait a second. She didn't even blink. Like, like what's going on with that? And I remember, not really understanding, what she was talking about till like years later. But it was just like, I can imagine, my kid just like saying that, right? Like they don't know. They really don't know until they get older, until they get in the world, until they realize, oh shit, the person who really only cared about me was my mom, or my dad, so yeah, that just made me think about that.
Oh yeah, Lucas has pulled that. Like, I'm gonna go live with Nana. I'm like, you talk about the same Nana. You don't even for real? My mother, Nana? No, bro. No. Yeah. Nana don't even want you. Like, how you gonna get there? Nah. Nana won't stay here for more than 3 days. You think she wants you there for more than 3 days? Nah. Right. Nana's too old for your shenanigans. She ain't playing with you. We a couple of years ago, we went on vacation and left my mother with my kids, and we had security cameras in their room so we could like, even from Europe, we could look on the phone and see them. And every time we checked in, my mother was like sitting on the floor looking defeated while my kids ran around. It's like 3 days. We're like, Nana's tired. We're calling in other people from Cold Town. Like, Zaria, can you go help my mother? Ronnie, can you go help my mother? Somebody Nana needs a break. She can't take it no more.
Yeah, man. The grandkids be hitting them life forces. They ain't got it no more.
Yeah, that's a whole different thing.
Yeah. While we got some time, we're gonna jump into the hold up section.
Yes.
So yeah, go ahead, Antoine. Take us away.
Yeah. Speaking of being a good parent, right? We wanted to talk about the recent story that came out about Ted Cruz taking a trip to Cancun while everybody in Texas was freezing and without power and without water. And the reasoning he gave was that his daughters wanted to go and he wanted to be a good dad. And he was going to come right back. So I wanted to bring it up and ask you guys, like, do you think that's a legitimate excuse?
No. First of all, his neighbors already sold him out. Those people, they had a text chain in the neighborhood. And his wife was trying to gloat. I'm sorry. Didn't Donald Trump call you ugly and your husband didn't even stand up for you and you dumb enough to stay with him and your neighbors? And then you go as far as to gloat to neighbors like, oh, we're going to Cancun and staying at the Ritz. First of all, the Ritz ain't that great anymore. Go stay at the Four Seasons of the Viceroy and then call me. But back to the Ritz. Your friends then leak that. Like the people you're gloating to are like, fuck you, and this is how much you suck. Yeah. Somebody within hours was like, nope, that's not true. Yeah. And sold him his kids and poor Snowflake out.
That's cold. You put your family in it. You ain't shit, Ted.
Man, that's what I'm saying.
I would have never threw my daughters in that, man.
Being a woman over there ain't too safe, man. He don't defend you when he needs an excuse, you get used.
Grandma Cruz get out, disown your son. He might throw his turn around on you. He don't give a fuck about the women in their family.
But his first answer was, well, the girls were excited because they found out school was canceled. School had been canceled for a week, so then we wanted to go. I was like, dude, it wasn't canceled because they created an extended break. Then just I'm like, oh yeah, let the kid back. We're talking about the natural disaster. This is terrible.
First of all. And kids were like, ooh, the most snow we've ever seen here. Like, they were excited to go outside and play in snow. Your kids were not like, I see snow, immediately beach. Right. Give me a break.
This is crazy.
That was such bad. But if you're that wrong, why try to be nice, right? Because to me, when you're that, because I think they should just, you can't play both ends, right? The Joker never tried to be friends with everybody in Gotham. He was just a joker. He just did bad stuff. If you're just gonna be bad, just do bad stuff. And you think it's right,
go bad real hard.
Yeah, be on that side,
okay,
man.
But he does not have what it takes to be bad. Like when you're good and bad, you have some swag. Bad looks real good. That's why girls like bad boys.
When you do bad well, yes.
But listen, we all now know what he looks like without a suit on to cover up that. Listen. Jeans and sneakers is a crime against humanity. And when you put it on with a tucked in polo shirt and a brown belt, it's terrible. He can't be a bad guy because he ain't got no swag. You ain't got nothing to be a bad guy. If you was gonna be a bad guy, stay in Cancun, come home with a tan, put on your white crisp shirt, unbutton that thing, show me a little chest hair in that blue suit, and then come home real ready and look real good. Look like James Bond coming off of that airplane. Don't you come in rolling your daggone Samsonite through the airport.
Yeah, that was trash. He's a basic villain.
Like
basic
Junior,
ass villain.
He's not quite there, but he doesn't know how to they still catch him, the police catch him, and they can still get good information out of him. Shut up.
Listen. Good and well, if somebody catch Ted Cruz, he giving up all of the information. That's the first reason he don't need to be in Mexico. That's the first reason. He's the easiest one to catch. He can't run worth nothing. He got a good 45-minute 100-meter dash in him. He ain't moving fast. He's the easiest one to catch, and he's giving up every government secret.
Yeah, he is.
I think you touched on this, Tauri, but
not everything will.
What kids are going to get a few snow days from school and say, let's go to Cancun? Like,
Yeah.
No kid.
Kids don't come up with that idea.
It used to never.
Not with the parents not looking at them crazy right after they ask.
I'm about to say, Tandy, can you imagine your kids being like, "Can we just go to Cancun?"
No,
I'm still here.
we need to get them kids some Uno cards or something.
Yeah. And he was coming right back, so that means he was leaving the kids in Mexico.
He was
Yeah.
playing
Right back.
With his college roommate.
It was
Yeah, to me it was like one of those. You got I was gonna come back. You know, you know this. You know me. Like I was gonna come right back. I was just checking on the girls.
I was gonna put the money back in there. I was just counting it. I didn't know the bank had a perfect count. Get out of here.
I mean, when you're on that side, when you do the things that he's done, the people who like you or support you, they're gonna do it no matter what you do. So just do what you want to do, right?
I don't know. Listen, Facebook was mad. White people were mad last week.
Yeah.
And white people mad. That's a lot of it's a lot of coughs. A lot of coughing was happening last week. White people were mad. White people were mad. All of those Republicans that they're daylight Republicans, like they don't watch the news because they don't want to know how bad it is. Because they're still sliding in on their Republicanness. When they heard, they were mad because they were at home and cold and they didn't think about it.
Yeah.
And all the old white people that are scared to go to the airport because they don't want to catch COVID, they were double mad because they can't do it. So finally, he found their toes. He done stepped on everybody's brown toes. Ain't a brown toe left in Texas. He ain't crushed. He finally hit white toes last week.
Yeah. And how you gonna shit on Mexico and then you flee Texas to go to Mexico?
Just out of touch, not in touch with any aspect of reality, man. The hypocrisy.
He thought he was untouchable. He thought he had rode Trump's coat. I said I wasn't gonna say his name down. He thought he was gonna ride them coattails, and he had got far enough that he had found untouchable. But you won't do it. Not while people mad and hurt. Listen, cold will make you mad.
Yep.
Make you
real bitter.
I stayed until the power came back on. Everybody got situated. Then they come back.
No.
All right.
Ted should have made a mask. He should have put a mask on and like a different mustache. Or
What was the thing? He just got that haircut that is very recognizable. And then tried to do something sneakily, which was stupid.
Listen,
real stupid,
he shouldn't have flown commercial. Listen, again, this goes back to swag. If you gonna do it, listen, go get you on a Cessna. If you already quote unquote balling out of control at the Ritz-Carlton and first of all, it's $275 a night. It's not that expensive. It's attainable luxury. It's now just attainable luxury. But anyway, if you're gonna do it and you gloating, you may as well go on and get you can get on a private plane like a timeshare. Just go. That's what you should have done. No ticket. No, come on now. Everybody on that plane got a picture of him.
We cut to a politician who hired Tauri as his re-imaging consultant. So yeah, I'm just having a rough go with things with the constituents, and I feel like my image is being dragged through the mud out there. I heard that you're the person to come to help me. Yeah.
Your problem is you don't have a backbone. So first thing you don't have a backbone.
I was going to get around to taxes eventually. It's a complicated issue.
It's not. Listen, if you expect us to figure it out and then figure out if we got it right, and then you're going to give us a fine if we got it wrong, you should be able to figure it out. That's what taxes are. Right?
Okay, yeah. I guess so, but like...
What do you mean you guess?
I thought you were gonna like help me with my Instagram or something. I feel
I'm gonna help you with your Instagram, but first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna help you figure out who you are. So I want you to put your shoulders back, puff that chest up a little bit. Where you go to school? Where did you go to school?
Princeton.
Say it like you're proud of it.
Of Princeton.
Take a deep breath.
I've never done this before.
Listen,
it's been
that's
pretty.
an excuse. That's an excuse. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. You listen to me.
Okay.
I want you to look into my eyes. I want you to imagine I am your future. What do you see in your future?
I mean, you're
what do you
black
see?
Woman. I don't think I
listen. Behind every great man, there's a black woman that made him be something. And I'm here to make you be something. So tell me where you went to school.
Princeton.
It's a lot of coughs and mumbles.
Sorry, I'm getting frustrated. That's what I do when I get worked up.
I went to Princeton.
You did?
No, you did, dummy.
I'm sorry. I did.
I went to Princeton. I'm the first man in my family to graduate from Princeton.
That's not true.
I don't.
All of my fathers and grandfathers all went to Princeton. My mother, she also went to Princeton. That's where my parents actually met.
Nope. I graduated at the top of my class at Princeton.
Oh, that's not true
nope.
at all.
I know it's not true. You are not. No, there's no way. You clearly got into Princeton
C-.
because your parents bought a building.
My parents, yeah.
Listen,
put that
out of your mind. Did you serve? Did you serve this country in the military?
I got a foot thing. I can't be wearing combat boots like that. But I can go buy some boots that look like combat boots.
Okay, do me a favor. Okay, listen. Just answer me with as few words as you can possibly muster. Okay?
Oh, okay.
What's your favorite thing about yourself? One word answer. Hurry. Lie. What's your favorite thing about yourself?
I like my hands. I think my hands look good. They're soft, and I keep the nails manicured.
Okay.
So they look good.
So
let me help you. Let me help you. Hands. It could be a hand model.
I have hands that could build. I have hands that can support. No,
I wouldn't want to build anything with these hands. They're too delicate. I don't want to. If I get them a scratch on them, it lowers the value.
Oh, okay.
We cut to a woman and her son watching the politician on television. Come here, Amici. Come look at him. Look what he's saying. He's saying he could build things with his hands. Do you really believe him? Does it look like
his hands look real wet. Like you just get out of the shower.
Build things.
It's terrible. See, that's what I know. You're doing your whole college application thing. I don't think you should go to Princeton. You don't want to graduate with hands.
I don't look like that.
No, put that in the trash. Just Stanford, Dartmouth, Harvard. Yeah, those are the ones you want. Maybe Columbia. I'm not sure.
These are combat boots. Boots can step on taxes.
Who is this guy?
Cut to the meeting after the debate. Okay, so your numbers are in the trash, and your performance out there was absolutely putrid. Is the only word that I can think of.
I did all the things you said.
No, you did nothing.
Princeton.
I said.
I showed them my hands.
Okay, listen. I've got you in a boot camp. We have a personal trainer coming. I have a speech coach. I have a dialect coach. I have someone to work on your posture, and I've got a dermatologist, chiropractor, and a colonoscopy set for tomorrow. I'm gonna clean you up.
And scene.
He won the election, right?
That's what the world's coming to now.